Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.20. Right now, it looks like XRP is ranging, but it's setting higher lows. And you see it right here. And for the most part, we are following Bitcoin right now. Also, the chart looks identical on Bitcoin, sitting above 87K. So now I see all these people once again saying that the bottom is in. And it looks like the bottom is in. Let's hope we move upward from here. But earlier today, XRP looked great. It was sitting at $2.25, and everybody was like, we're so back. And then all of a sudden, it dips with Bitcoin, and that's it. It's over for XRP once again. You got to be patient through these dips. We're just ranging right now, and you see it on the 1 week as well. You could see how we bottomed here, and all of a sudden it looks like we're ready to go for the next leg up. And the crypto fear and greed is still sitting at 15. So most people are still very fearful on where this market is going. But 2025 is going to be the transition year. People are going to be talking about it for years from now, because it's the transition from retail to institutions buying crypto. You know, retail, they're bailing out of crypto every single day, while at the same time, institutions are buying up XRP, even Bitcoin as well. 10 years of crypto journey, but I'm quitting. Every day you see this, people jumping out. A lot of them are Bitcoin holders that were holding Bitcoin for years. They just don't like the direction that Bitcoin is going in now, with the government getting involved, with institutions getting involved. They like the wild, wild west days of crypto, and they now see it coming to an end. And that's why they're dumping their Bitcoin. And right away, institutions are swallowing up what they're selling. And we're going to see the same thing happen with XRP, because now with these ETFs, if retail's jumping out, the ETF issuers are going to be buying up that XRP. It's no longer just the whales anymore. Pundit says the amount of early retirements that will happen with XRP will be crazy. And I agree with that. I think a lot of new millionaires are about to be made with XRP. But could you imagine giving up right before it happens? That's what's going to happen to a lot of people. They're overinvested, they're impatient, and soon as the market turns red, they can't handle it anymore, and they want to jump out. I see it every single day. How many lock-ins is enough? Everybody right now is telling you to lock in. You see Joel Katz, David Schwartz, lock in. You see LJ, Luke Judges, lock in. Carolyn DeFam, lock in. Brad Garlinghouse, lock in. I mean, they've been telling us throughout this entire cycle. But this cycle is breaking people, because every time it looks like it's about to break out, right away, it seems like the cycle gets delayed. Because Bitcoin comes plummeting down, takes the rest of the market with it, and it's frustrating a lot of people. But when these people are telling you to lock in, you need to lock in. The Crypto Basic says, Dave Portnoy says, imagine not buying the XRP dip as his $1 million in XRP position turns profitable. You know, I said it when we were having a red day and Dave was buying that $1 million worth of XRP. I said, do what Dave does. Because most people on red days, they panic. But that's when you have to be buying. When there's blood in the streets, that's when you buy more XRP. Or you just do nothing. You never, ever sell on a red day. And every red day eventually becomes a green day. And we see it time and time again. The second you sell, it seems like the market all of a sudden starts to rebound. Analyst says XRP to surprise everyone as current drop is to transfer wealth from impatient to patient. And that is absolutely true. That's why I always tell you, stay patient. Because the impatient, they lose in crypto. It's the same reason I tell you not to have emotions in crypto. Leave your emotions at the door. And on red days, you should have no reason to even think about selling your crypto. Stay patient and you will get financial freedom. And Jake is giving us another update on the XRP ETFs. Take a listen to this.
I think all of you are going to be very surprised in the very near future about what XRP does now that we have the ETFs eating through the OTC desk and the dark pool volume. There's not a whole lot left over there. My guess was there was somewhere between 1 billion and maybe up to 2 billion available on the OTC and dark pools. They've already eaten through about 800 million XRP here in just the first week from that. So that's either half or almost all of what was available on the OTC desk in the dark pools. As soon as that is gone, and we're getting more ETFs, more spot ETFs for XRP are launching, and we still don't have the big dogs at the table yet. We still don't have BlackRock, and we still don't have Vanguard. We still don't have Fidelity. I think they're all coming to the table in the very near future with their spot ETFs for XRP. So that would put, if those three came online, we would have more spot ETFs than Bitcoin. And people are like, well, they're only going to buy off the OTC and dark pools, and we're never going to see price appreciation. Strap in because it's not going to last that much longer. We already saw some price movement today. You're going to see some crazy price movement when there's no more available supply through the OTC desk and the dark pools, and they have to go to the exchanges. We already saw a glimmer of this over there on Kraken last week, where we saw XRP at a high of $91, which registered. There's been lots of high prices in the past on BitTrue and Bitstamp and some of these other ones where people video it. But like you go back to look for it and it's not registered. This $91 registered on Kraken.com. So look out. I think a lot of people are going to be very surprised that a lot of what I've been talking about for the past 18 months is going to come to pass here.
So he's talking about those high price points that he was predicting, somewhere between like $1,000 and $2,500 per XRP. But that depends on how much XRP is left over the counter or on dark pools. If he's right and there was only 1 billion tokens, those billion tokens are going to be gone very quick. And even if Ripple unlocks and that 1 billion tokens that come out on December 1st end up back at the over-the-counter desk, that'll get eaten through within a week or so at the rate we're going right now. And he's right. A lot more ETFs are still coming. We have to factor those in as well. So it might be that his prediction actually comes true. And I'll tell you right now, every single XRP holder will be very happy by the time Christmas gets here. I think it's going to happen quick when it happens. And he is right. That Kraken, I thought it was a glitch as well. But it actually recorded it. That means that trade actually happened. That could be the daily price of XRP very soon. Grayscale and Franklin Templeton's new spot XRP ETFs pulled in $67.4 million and $62.6 million, respectively, on their first day on Monday, with all XRP ETFs combined attracting $164 million in total inflows. Now, as long as these inflows continue day after day, we are going to hit price discovery very quick. And we're also going to reach scarcity very quick as well, as long as the inflows don't slow down. 24/7, Wall Street predicts XRP price for next year. And you ever take notice? It seems like whenever something big is about to happen, where the price could go to astronomical price points, you always get this, well, let's look at next year. And then they come out with these frivolous predictions. They're saying XRP could climb to $3.50 to $4.50 range by the end of 2026. So are we going to see the price of XRP just hang around $2 and change all the way throughout 2026? I'm just not seeing it. I think Ripple is going to get that banking license. That's going to be a huge catalyst. Market structure is going to get passed. That's going to be a huge catalyst. And if these inflows on these ETFs continue into 2026, which I think they're going to, all of a sudden, $3.50 to $4.50, that's going to look like nothing compared to where we're going. And here's another article. Can XRP bounce back in 2026? Like, we're not going to see any price movement throughout the rest of this year. It's like they don't want any new buyers for XRP in 2025. Usually when you see articles like this, the opposite happens, and XRP just goes on an absolute tear. And I think that's what's going to happen here. I think we're going to wake up one morning and all of a sudden XRP is going to be sitting at some crazy price points. Most likely high two-digit range, maybe early 2026. But throughout 2025, there's still a good chance we go maybe $20 plus by the end of December. It would be great to see that happen as well. XRP price looking very bullish after 25% weekly gain. How high can it go? And then you get these articles where people are saying, well, it looks really bullish right now and that people should be investing. I don't get it. It's like one article comes out and it's very bearish. The next article that comes out is very bullish. And I think it creates a lot of uncertainty for new investors. I don't think they understand what to do either way. But I could tell you what to do. You should get in before the rest of the institutional money ends up in this space. We are still early on those ETFs. But I'm telling you, as the money continues to pour in and XRP's price starts to go higher and higher, you're going to regret not buying at these price points. Now, can XRP go lower? Absolutely. If Bitcoin decides to just crash out right now, it's going to pull the rest of the market with it. But even when Bitcoin went way down, like I think it was 83K, 82K, something like that, XRP still held up very well with that crash. People were expecting it to go below $1.50, and it didn't happen. Now it looks even more bullish going forward because a lot of this XRP supply is disappearing. It's leaving circulation. It's getting locked in by these ETFs. And if those ETF issuers like Franklin Templeton and so on have to turn to the exchanges to buy XRP, you better be holding your XRP. Because I'm telling you right now, the second that happens, the prices are going to go through the roof. I think Jake is absolutely correct. He might have been onto something when he was calling for $1,000 per XRP, because you see how quick the price can change, and nothing really big has happened yet. But when the ETF issuers have to go to the exchanges, I'm telling you now, you're going to see so many XRP holders selling off their entire bag at $20, $30, $40. And anybody that's still holding, once we start breaking 3 digits and so on, those people are going to end up being legends in this space. You will get financial freedom. But until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.